Why would I think global as a realtor if I work my own little territory right here in Lake Norman, North Carolina? Why would I even consider that? I'll tell you why. Because we're a global economy. Have you heard of ChatGPT and AI? It's gonna change our world. It is changing our world. And you better hold on tight because we are a global economy now. We have been. And if you're still just selling in your little area and only knowing about your little area, you're going to make little money. And that's a fact. So let's talk about that. I'm Kathy Burns here, and I am a waterfront specialist in the Lake Norman area. And 7 years ago, I was introduced to eXp Realty, and the collaboration that I got on there and the exposure that I got all around the country with the agents that were already involved with eXp was something I had not experienced before as a realtor of nearly 20 years. You know, it was always tight-lipped in different offices. People didn't want to share their secrets because it was a tight little area. That was going to be your competition doing what you just taught them to do. So it didn't make sense. With EXP, the beauty of it was suddenly with all this collaboration is maybe a California agent is telling me exactly how to do, how they keep up with their clients, how they're staying in touch, little tricks that they're doing, how they built their team, how they did this or that. And it wasn't one, it was all of them, all, especially the elite of the elite within the company, because we're incentivized to do that. We're incentivized because we are one company and we are publicly traded. And when the company does well, we all do well. There's so many aspects of that that help us. And right off the bat, when I first joined, there were only 2,300 agents in the company, and they were not even all over the United States. So it was 7 years ago. It's 15 years old now, so it was 8 years old. Okay. But still, I was impressed with the technology that it had at the time, which is nothing like it has right now. Whew. And the benefits were nothing like they are right now. As a matter of fact, it was a rough ride. Probably the first year with EXP, and a lot left. The good news is 9.2 agents come back every single day to EXP because it just keeps getting better and better. Me, I'm a pioneer. I stayed through the rough times because I saw many things that this company had that was offering that was so different from every other franchise model, every other boutique that couldn't even possibly compete. And the company grew and it grew into Canada. And then it grew into other countries and more countries. And we became global, more and more global. As of next year, 2025, we will be in 27 countries, one of which, a new one that's coming in, is Turkey. I've already been in contact with people in Turkey talking about developments and how we can bring them buyers from the US that may want to invest. But they could come from anywhere. They could come from Dubai and India because I have connections outside of Lake Norman in India, Dubai. I know these people personally now because I've made it a point to get to know them because I see us as a global economy. What does that do to my business? It makes it so much bigger and more profitable for me. I am meeting people that are blowing my mind of opportunities and exposures that I can have. Now, I sell luxury waterfronts, right? So I have clientele who is a luxury market. Does that mean I'm special? No, I've worked to get that way. Can you do it? You absolutely can. And I can teach you those things too. And EXP can teach you those things. That's the beauty of it. The training is unprecedented. And this isn't a big sales pitch on EXP, but man, if you're interested, this is the time to look. Book a strategy call with me and let's talk, because if you really want to stay active in 2025, you better be with the leading edge of what's going on. And I doubt very much that your franchises are, because they can't keep up. Their expenses are bearing them. Their agents are dying off the vine here. And why? It's not because they're bad agents. It's because the market was brutal. It was the worst market in 2024 in 35 years. Wow. So in 2021, 8 million homes were sold. Well, that's understandable. I mean, with the rates that they were ridiculous. It was a seller's paradise and a buyer's a nightmare for all the homes that they lost, and a buyer's agent nightmare even worse because you're working and working and working and you're not making a dime. And again, I want you to remember that was in your circle. That was in your circle. I've been doing global now for a little over 2 years, and I have been getting outgoing referrals global. Let me ask you something. What do you think about an incoming referral versus outgoing referral? Incoming, lots of work. Outgoing, it's investigating, it's checking out who needs what, making sure you got a good people on the other side, negotiating your commission split, and then staying in touch to make sure that your client is happy. I like the outgoing so much better. And you want to know what? You can start to do marketing like I teach, where you are attracting those people. So far this year, let's see, a castle in France, a hotel in Portugal, and an equestrian farm for a buyer that's in Spain who wants to move to Portugal. Those are all outgoing referrals. They are all in the multi-million dollar ranges, and they are outstanding checks coming to me. Do they take a little longer? Yeah, it takes long to build up a pipeline of any sort, right? But I've been working on it, and it's all starting to come to fruition. So that's something that you want to start thinking about. How are you going to do your business different in 2025? Global. Global is the answer. And you say, well, I'm with XYZ company and we have different franchises in other countries. I could start to do that. You can. It won't be the same. We are one company. It's so seamless. Those are different franchises. They run their businesses completely different, even though they're under one umbrella. They have different criteria. You're always going to be paying a franchise fee. I don't pay a franchise fee. No. And also, they pay me to share this with other people like you. And when I do, it can be a little or it can be a lot. That's up to me. I'm a big sharer because I am passionate about EXP because I'm seeing the lives that it's transforming. I'm also seeing agents that are barely doing anything with it. They're not even checking it out. Oh, those agents exasperate me because they're going to be the ones that do leave. They're going to be in that 40% formula because they're not taking advantage of the company that they have with all the tools that they have, and so they're just like they're at another company where they're getting nothing. And they're really not investing in their business and themselves. They're short-sighted. And this is going to be detrimental. If you don't think that AI is going to change our world on its ear, you are mistaken. And our world is just that. It is a global world. It is not just your territories. Change your mindset. Open it up. You've got to do this to be successful in business. You got to do AI. You've got to be visible. You've got to be open-minded. You've got to be with a company that can give you opportunities like that. Now, there are companies that are doing their best to copy EXP, which is the leader in the Meta platform, and check them out and then compare. But don't just get sold on frill. Dive deep. Do some stats. This is the foundation of your business. Mike Del Preet is a perfect person to follow because he is a statistician and he analyzes all kinds of companies on all different scenarios. And you want to be with one that has a solid foundation, ideally debt-free. EXP is. And also they're diversified. It's not just a real estate firm. EXPI is the NASDAQ ticker symbol. And you will see that we own lots of different companies that are also part of our business. They just purchased Lux VT, LUXVT. You want to know who uses that? Almost all the luxury real estate agents in every other company, and they pay for it substantially higher and don't have all the bells and whistles that we get for our single one-time fee. And it's a game changer for luxury agents. It's a game changer. So why would they buy that company? Because it's one of the best and they want to have one of the best, and they already have built-in clients that are luxury real estate clients, all are realtors all the way around the world. Would they like to bring those realtors to EXP? Yes. Is that a smart move? Yes. Glenn Sanford, the founder, he's pretty darn smart, and you know what his focus is? To be agent centric, to give back to the agents. I want you to think about this. All these different franchises that are out there, who makes the money? Do you have any ownership in any of those? Maybe you do. Maybe you have a franchise ownership. How profitable is it right now? How about your exposure and your risk? I want you to go to my LinkedIn profile and you go check out, because I've got the link below. You go check out some of the features section where I'll have there of all these different major players leaving Compass, KW, Remax, independent brokerage, flat fee brokerages coming in amounts of 30 agents to 500 agents, leaving in masses. Why? Because they like the model. It's profitable. And it's not just profitable for the owner or the leader. It's profitable all the way through for those agents because they become owners of the company right off the bat. Just saying, pay attention to where this is your industry. If you don't know what's going on with these other platforms, the most common thing I get is I'm happy where I'm at. Oh my God. Then you're just gonna fall off the vine. Stop it. Pay attention to what's going on in the industry. If you say, well, I checked out EXP, it's not for me. I'm not a recruiter. Then don't be. That's to your, okay, crazy. Only 12% do. I am part of that 12% because it's paid me $250,000 over the past 7 years. How much do you think I paid into EXP? With a $16,000 cap every year, 16 times seven, I don't even know what that is. It's not $250,000. And I've been paid $250,000 from RevShare because they pay off the top rev share. They pay 50% back to their agents who help grow the company. You bet. If I love a company like this, which I do because of all the other features, am I going to share it? You bet I am. I'm sharing it with you right now. And I hope you will schedule a business strategy call with me so we can talk about you. Will I try and talk you into it? No, I don't want to talk you into it. If I got to do that, you're not my people. I want people who get it. I want people who want to level up. If that's you, come on, let's talk. So, 2025, you're either going to make it, you're going to be hanging on by your fingernails and barely make it and drop out in 2026, or you're going to thrive. Which one do you want to be? If you run with me, we got a great shot. We got a great shot at 2025. Think global. Start doing it. If nothing else, start doing it in your own business right now. Start thinking outside the box. Follow my Real Estate Riches podcast. Listen from some of the best who I interview for all their nuggets to share with you guys. Oh, there's such good stuff on there. And they're from all different companies. There's EXP agents in there, but I want diversification. Obviously I'd like them to all come over. And I think they will because they're business builders and they're going to start really getting it. Some of them still feel such strong loyalty. And I say, you know what? I love that you're loyal, but this is your family, your business, your legacy. And I want you to think about this. If you love them and you love that company, bring them with you. And you may not be the owner. That may be your favorite Bic there. Tell them. Now they're being brainwashed that this is, just a lousy company because that's what the founder on down is trying to teach because they're losing so many people. Check out my LinkedIn again, as I said, see where they're coming from. Compass, KW, Remax, all of them, they're coming. And they're coming because this is a movement and you can be a part of it, or you can still do great if you're doing all those other things that I said. But if you really want to do great, come to EXP. Call me. It is a sponsorship. I'd like to be your sponsor, I think. We'll have to talk first. Anyway, if you like this, please subscribe below. Ask me any questions you got below. I'm happy to help. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one.